Thank you so much for participating in my Tower project to share your personal experiences with climate change. What does nature mean to you?
Nature is the beginning of everything. Without nature, we wouldn't be what we are. So I think nature is the true essence of tranquility and life in its truest form. So nature is the biggest form of beauty there exists. And nature is the something that we have to protect so much as possible. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen. But that should be the main goal of all human race and human being to protect it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. If you think about natural landscapes and you're in Finland, but you have lived in many places, is there a landscape that really connects you with nature? Could you
There are so
describe?
many, there's so many places in the world that are like breathtaking and totally invade your mind like 100% that you just admire the beauty and the huge power nature has in its concrete form, like mountains or trees and valleys, but also as a force of nature with storms and winds and rains and whatever exists. So you feel yourself very small compared to the surrounding world. I
Yeah,
can say I don't have sort of like a favorite place, but for example, North Norway is amazing and breathtaking in terms of how beautiful it can be. It can be extreme and rough, but beautiful.
mhm. Those are powerful feelings. Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
very powerful feelings. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's why I also feel it's important to um protect our environments because those feelings, there's something essential to all of us. And we wanna make sure that future generations can experience these feelings the way we still can. When we think about, can you also talk about, do you have you noticed changes in Finland, for instance, where you're from, um, environmental changes around your lifetime?
For example, the winters of my childhood, they were like so much snow, so cold that that we experienced winter. But I think during the maybe like 20 last years, or probably a little more. For example, Helsinki, there are winters that there's no barely snow at all. Like, what is this? This is not a winter. So it has shocked me how, in just a few decades, the climate has changed.
How does that make you
It makes
feel when?
me feel sad.
Mhm.
But then I accept that, okay, nothing's gonna stay forever the same. Is this some sort of like a natural climate change? Is this man-made climate change? If it's man-made climate change, so the shock is larger. Like, why does the human race does not stop this?
Mhm.
It goes to how I see like climate change or climate change denials that I also look at the world nowadays during the last maybe like 10, 20 years, how extreme right has risen in many, many, many parts of Europe and also in USA. So it's not the rise of extreme right, it's the rise of stupidity. And that's like a cancer in this world right now, to
Hmm.
be idiots and stupid.
In some ways, it's funny that you say that.
Yeah, but
It's
that's how it is.
it's like yeah, it's like hard to believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reading the news every day, it's like, what is this? How can this be possible?
People talk about solutions. Do you think that is there anything we can do?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think there are multiple solutions, and which one do you choose? Do you choose the Buddhist type of solution, or I think on the other end is to start fighting with power. If something terrorizes everybody and everybody's lives, so is it time to rise up against that? But which would be the right way? I don't believe in violence. I think if you choose violence, you have lost the battle. But it is a tricky question,
Hmm.
and I think I'm not wise enough or intelligent enough to give the right answer, which one might be the best. When you see that nature is destroyed, the structures of safe societies are destroyed, so we live in this age of awkward and peculiar destruction that some certain people think like this is the way the society and the world is better, but that's totally against my point of view and how I see life and intellect and how I admire certain values which are important. Art and culture are so unifying, huge forces that there could be a way how to fight against this. But as there are so many big funding cuts towards that world, it becomes more difficult and more difficult. And nowadays, when I spend quite a lot of time on social media, too much time, and I, for example, look short clips of Oasis, the band comeback, playing huge stadiums, and what kind of impact music, art, culture gives to individuals, to human being. It's it's amazing how all these people are totally together, singing, enjoying, dancing, feeling positive feelings compared to this, what I mentioned before, the destruction. So, but life is always the eternal battle between darkness and light.
That's very interestingly said. Maybe say something in Finnish, to Finnish people. What would you like to say to your people?
Oh, well, jos mä sanon suomeksi, niin kyllä mä oon niin häkeltynyt tavallaan tuosta äärioikeistolaisen maailman noususta ja ideologista, että mä oon henkilökohtaisesti lähtenyt maan pakoon, Norjaan ja Ruotsiin. Että en mä voi elää Suomessa, missä on noin rasistista ja noin idioottimaista ja typerää mentaliteettia noin voimakkaasti vallalla. Esimerkiksi vaikka Katsot vaikka Petteri Orpon hallitusta. Mä en niin kuin ymmärrä, että Suomessa on ollut aina hyvä koulutus ja semmoinen katse eteenpäin, että kehitetään, rakennetaan, luodaan. Ja nyt on sellainen, että tuhotaan, lopetetaan. Missä on se logiikka? Ei kukaan pysty kertomaan niin kuin hallituksessa niin kuin mitään järkevää, uskottavaa logiikkaa. Ollaan niin kuin täysin metsikössä. Mä toivon, että tämä tulee niin kuin muuttumaan tulevaisuudessa. Että se on musta niin kuin tuo Suomen meininki on tällä hetkellä puistuttavaa. Ja mä nostan niin kuin suurta hatunnostoa niin kuin niille, jotka niin kuin siellä jaksaa tässä poliittisessa ympäristössä ja henkisessä ympäristössä niin luoda kaikkia positiivista. Ja se sisältää niin kuin järjestöihmisiä, ihmiset ja taiteilijat ja tuottajat ja visionäärit, jotka niin kuin menee eteenpäin. Ne on niin kuin sellaisia soidunkantajia. Ei poliitikot. Poliitikot on, niin kuin, ne on ihan pohjasakkaa tällä hetkellä. Se on järkyttävää. Mutta toivotaan, että tulevaisuus on parempi. Että ihmiset rakastaisi toisiaan. Rakkaus on kuitenkin kaikkein suurin voima. Näin se on. Ei viha. Rakastetaan toisiamme.
Can you say that in English too?
The last phrase, love is the biggest force there is. It's not hate. So we just have to learn to love each other. Even though it sounds naive and childish, but that's the only way.
Thank you so much for participating in Tower Project and sharing your feelings, your opinions, and your stories.
It was nice to participate in this. Thank you, Sari.